I grew up in Orange County, California, sandwiched between LA and San Diego. My parents brought me here when I was 2 years old from Mexico. They were really young and looking for better opportunities for their family. Both entrepreneurs. My dad's had a small business for more than 2 decades, welding, manufacturing, tool and die making. And then my mom, also an entrepreneur, she helps my dad in the office. She has side projects. So I think seeing that hard work and that grit really drove me to want to work and improve myself and deliver on their sacrifice and their hard work. I always wanted to have a higher degree. I knew it could be a challenge because I was an immigrant, I was undocumented for some time, so I knew that was a big challenge. But I knew I wanted to get there and I just had to navigate and figure it out. I remember watching a documentary about a community garden and how something as simple as a green space in city planning can impact lives. I went to get my master's in urban planning, and one of my professors sent out an email talking about the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute and how they had a fellowship for housing. I did my first half of my fellowship at the Urban Institute, and they were just finishing up a 10-year study with HUD on housing discrimination. So I was able to work on that project and see the completion of that decade-long study. And through the Urban Institute, they connected me to the chief of staff of a freshman member. Her name was Michelle Lujan Grisham from New Mexico.
Alma is the kind of incredible young woman who finds every possible avenue to fulfill her passion. Her research, her work, her ideas, she created some of the best consumer protection ideas, policies, efforts. She got it done in the state at the same time she was doing that work in Congress. She finds surprising vehicles to take a system and Congress is broken, and irrespective of that fact, make it happen.
You know, I think I first met Alma when she became the executive director of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. And since then, she's done an amazing job with the caucus. She's passionate, she works hard, she knows the issues.
Really, my job is to take the passion and commitment from our 38 members and to deliver on the opportunities that we want our communities to have to achieve the American dream.
She stays on top of issues and she makes sure that we stay on top of things and that we deliver for the people that we represent.
She never tires out, even when it's hard. There was some hard days. Family separation, people being deported, unfair issues, 3-year-olds before immigration judges. Look, it takes a toll on any reasonable, compassionate, empathetic human. And while it took a toll on Alma, it also inspired her to fight harder.
When I see children or their moms and dads, like I see my mom and my dad or my sister. So I need to be the one that's fighting for them, and I need to stay that extra hour to make sure we're delivering, and I need to make sure that this legislation gets passed.
Many of the court actions, many of the successes, even in this environment, have been at Alma's urging of members of Congress and the Democratic caucus.
There's just not enough Latino voices or Latino staffers, especially in positions of influence. And so I think what CHCI is doing of grooming the next Latino leaders and bringing talented, passionate Latino youth to DC is so critical in making sure that we're moving the right priorities and that our communities, which often don't have a voice and a seat at the table. When I think of CHCI, I think of family, and I think of how important it is to have my current fellows and my current colleagues who've been a family and who've supported me through my career, in my personal life, and how I want to be that same person for the future scholars and the future alumni, and how together we can really advance and improve our communities. Had it not been for CHCI, I never would have come here, much less probably done a fellowship or internship on the Hill and found, a job that I'm very passionate and that I love.